Hi everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Eric. This is review number 25, and I apologize for not doing a review last week. I had a very busy week, so I had to postpone the next episode for this week. And so 2 weekends ago, it was Comic Con. As you can see, I volunteered. I have my volunteer shirt. Um, and I got this pretty cool revival glass, Game of Thrones theme. It was only $5, and I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I thought it was a pretty cool glass to just drink beer out of, and I only have one other that's this style of glass, so I thought I might as well get it. And to go along with the theme, I went ahead and got this Game of Thrones beer from Ommegang Brewery in New York, and just try to make it all like a nerdy kind of um, and like just a theme. And I don't even watch Game of Thrones, to be honest, but I think it's a pretty cool thing that Ommegang makes like the Game of Thrones beers. Um, so I thought it might as well Game of Thrones and Comic Con and just blend it all together for this review. And when I picked out this beer, I had three options. I had a barley wine, a sour, and this one. And for this style of glass, I thought that probably this is an imperial white ale, and I thought that this one would probably go best with this style of glass. I did also get a stemless glass that looks amazing, but um, that one probably would have fitted the sour way better. But just decided to go for something like an imperial white ale. So just to kind of change it up, get explore a new style. So this is Winter is Here Double White Ale. It says in the back, for generations the great houses have warred among themselves for control of the seven kingdoms. Now greater peril looms in the north, the others. Their existence can no longer be denied. Winter is here, and with it comes the epic, perhaps final battle. Fortify yourselves with this Belgian style double white ale brewed with white pepper and sea salt. The aroma contains bready malt, clove, banana, and honey. The flavor has peppery spice up front and finishes with a hint of honey sweetness. This ale offers the unique flavors and aromas all Ommegang ales are known for. Inspired by deep insight into Belgian brewing and infused with Ommegang's creative upstate New York spirit, each ale offers perfect balance and pure drinking pleasure. So, I believe it's around 8.3%. Let me see. I think it's in the front. Actually, okay, yeah, 8.3%. I've only had a couple of Ommegang beers before. They're Hennepin, which is a farmhouse saison, and I've had I'm blanking on the names right now, but it was like like a red sour and a Belgian pale sour, and so now we're exploring a white ale. So, all right, let's try to. It's time to open this corking cage, and so as far as I can see, this bottle doesn't have a bottling date. So hopefully, once I start drinking some of the beer out of it, I'll be able to find it because sometimes it's kind of hard to see the bottling date with the beer inside. All right, there we go. I do like the corks of these guys. They have a nice like the Ommegang logo on there. It smells nice. And so also, so this is the revival glass, and it's nucleated, so it has just like engraving on the bottom, so it helps with the carbonation. And this, usually with white ales, you want a lot of head, so we'll try to get some head in there. There we go. That's a pretty healthy head. Looks kind of clear for a white ale, but you can already see. Well, maybe I don't know if you can see through the the glass getting all foggy, but there's a lot of carbonation going on in there. It looks pretty nice. So the head's about 2 fingers, and yep, that's smells just like a wheat beer, white ale. The whites, wheats, and wits, they're all pretty much the same type of beer. Here it says double white ale, Untapped says wit beer. It's basically the same style, just it'll depend on the region, like American wheats or Belgian wheats or German wheats. They'll differ a little bit, but the white, wit, and wheat, they're all the same style of beer. So on the nose, you get a lot of like spices, like that clove that they mentioned, a bit of banana, some coriander. I don't really smell any orange. I might get it on the taste, but it smells really nice. I do like good wheat beer. I think that Hefeweizens are my favorite style of wheat beers, but I'm not opposed to trying others. So it's time to take a sip of this. Cheers. Mmm. That is one tasty beer. So the head is very frothy, so it gives it a very pleasurable mouthfeel. But also, like, once you get past the head, you get a lot of carbonation from the bottom. So first it's kind of smooth, and then you get as you take a sip, you start to get that crisp feel out of the bottom. So that was very nice. It seems like a pretty refreshing beer, and I believe that's what they were trying to aim. So it was like just pure drinking pleasure and perfect balance. That's definitely very nice. And as you can see, the head is still going strong. It's still like a finger's length of head. So it's not going anywhere yet. That's pretty much what you would like for most beers. You want them to retain the head so that it protects the beer from outside like anything that may contaminate the beer, and also it allows for a lot of aromas to come out. So basically this kind of head right now, it's like the ideal type of head that you would want in a beer, something that won't go away right away. So you want it to last. And it definitely helps that the glass is clean. So it's a combination of the brewing process and the clean glass. So if you have a dirty glass, the head's pretty much gonna fade away pretty quick. And the beer, if you don't carbonate it the right way, it'll also start fading away. But this is a pretty good combination of both the glass being clean and the beer being very well crafted. So I do get like a little bit of zest, some clove and banana. That's the main characteristics of a wheat beer. It's pretty refreshing. The carbonation, I think that would land more around like the medium. Maybe like medium to high. I had like I was thinking low because like the frothiness of the head, but really in the carbonation in the actual beer, it has more of a crisp feel. So definitely that's more like a medium to high carbonation. And I do love that the nucleation still allows so many bubbles to just keep going. Helps helps it retain the head as well. That way, like if the head starts to die out, you get a lot of bubbles from the bottom. Just keep it going. And you can't even like taste the booziness of this because it's 8.3. Usually wheat beers are around like 4 or 5, maybe 6%. Um, they really never go over that. That's why this is a double or imperial white ale, depending on what you want to call it. But at 8.3, this definitely doesn't taste like that. It just tastes like a regular wheat beer. It's like maybe 5-6%. You definitely can't tell the difference between like it being a single or a double. So I think that's a really good that's a really well crafted beer because they're able to hide that alcohol percentage. They're able to pass it as a single when it's really a double. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this beer. It's pretty nice and refreshing for this heat, the summer heat. Um, Ironically, it says winter is coming, but yet it would definitely be a beer that I would recommend for a hot day, for just the summer that we're at right now. Um, and now that I tasted the beer, I think that their rating on Untappd is kind of low. It's like 3.77. I'm really enjoying this beer, so I think I would give it maybe around 4.25, 4.45. Um, I really like this. I think the style overall is what harms it because a lot of people don't like wheat beer. So a lot of people that are into craft, they're more into IPAs or stouts or sours. And they don't explore too much with wheat beers, so they're not used to the style and they don't really like it much. Um, I'm a big fan of it, so I think that's probably why I'm enjoying it more. And yeah, I think 4.25 or 4.5 out of 5 would be around, maybe somewhere in between. That would be my best guess, my best rating. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, and maybe I'll do a. I was thinking of doing like 2 videos this week just to catch up for last week. I do have more beers that I want to review, but I might just wait until next week and see what comes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this review 25. Check out my Instagram, Have a Beer with Erik. Subscribe, follow. Yeah, comment. Let me know what you think. Cheers.